Call, Speedy. Let's start with that one. West Tigers 32 defeat the Eels 6. What an initiation for Coach Riles. Lapped by the Melbourne Storm and now well beaten by last year's, the three-peat Wooden Spooners. Almost 40 degrees at kickoff. Junior Paulo was not buying into that at all. Plenty of errors in the first half. It was a pretty bludger of a first half for the Tigers and the Parramatta Eels. Sunya Taruva, he picks up a hat-trick. Galvin a try and 2 try assists. But I tell you, and that was a great try, wasn't it? The one involving Buller, Dewey and Galvin. Terrell May, outstanding again, Brian. 21 runs. It looked as though he just didn't want to come off the field. Parramatta.
They were lucky to get that 6 points right at the death there. As you said, the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes was one of the worst games I've seen in a long time. I don't know whether they were nervous or what. I mean, the heat's not an excuse because they've trained all summer. I don't know what was going on that first 20 minutes, but then West Tigers got into it and were way too good. They were just the Terrell May, terrific performance. They couldn't tackle him.
No.
He was just standing and offloading at will. There was no hit. They were like there was no wrestle from the Eels. So at one stage there was 3 tackles in a row. I don't know. It was in the second half. I know, so they might have been tired where they couldn't even get the West Tigers players onto the ground to play the ball. They were standing and playing the ball. Rolsey's got a big job.
Okay.
Big job.
You can't say column A and column B. Were you more disappointed in Parramatta or more excited about the West Tigers?
A. Definitely A.
Wow.
Because I saw the first half of that football, which was dreadful. But in saying that, the lucky Galvin, he's just getting better and better.
Oh, he's so comfortable. I just love how fit he is. Right, O'Brien, let's just play this little exercise.
Yeah.
Parramatta's first win. Tell me when that happens. Parramatta take on the Bulldogs.
No.
Manly host Parramatta.
No.
Parramatta host the Dragons at CommBank.
Ooh.
Gutherson returns.
Gutherson return. They will want to... no.
Oh.
I was close.
Okay, we head to Darwin where Parramatta host the Raiders.
Yeah,
No.
Raiders.
Round 7. We're back at CommBank Stadium.
Yes, I like it.
And it's the West Tigers for their second attempt.
Yes, they'll win.
They'll win that.
They're going to win.
So Rolsey will have to wait till round 7 to get his first win.
Yep.
Yuck. Yuck.
What say you?
Oh. No, history says it all. You win something beforehand.
Okay.
Maybe this week. Maybe this week against Canterbury. No Burton, no kick out. Maybe.
Is it at Accor?
CommBank.
CommBank. Is it still called CommBank, or you got to call it something else?
No, it's called CommBank.
It was Bank West there for a while.
Yeah, we're CommBank. They're into the banks out there.
They love the banks.
They love the banks. Right, O'Brien. Jason Riles. So he was asked a question about Dylan Brown. Just before we go to Rolsey, is this worrying Dylan Brown, or is he just going, okay, I'm 12 months away from getting 10 years' worth of $25K a week?
I can't speak for him.
What do you think?
Speak for him. I thought we started off okay yesterday when it looked like he was running the ball thinking, it's off, the pressure's off me now. And he sort of got away from that in the second half, sort of didn't. I feel that it would be a relief that it's all done now.
All righty. Okay, Jason Riles asked that question around the booing of Dylan Brown. He wasn't aware of it. Here's what Rolsey had to say.
Was there? Yeah, no, I can't hear it up there. It's pretty soundproof. What I make of that? Yeah. That's footy. That's just emotional fans, and and they're passionate, and obviously potentially that's the way they feel. But yeah, it doesn't change the way how we think of him. Yeah, he's improved on last week. We're still working on some things with Dylan in his game, but he's to point out Dylan's performance, and I kind of got a rough idea where you're going with it, but there's a lot happening around him, and he needs some things around him to go well so that he can help him go well as well.
There you go. That's Jason Riles. It's a tough assignment to kick off things for the Parramatta Eels. All righty. Okay. What does this say from Josh?
And I'm reading it because the tourist put it over there. You said, okay, I put this in the context. Dunny said, Jamie Humphries is a fridge freezer. Sugar hates South for no reason. South until I die. Then you replied.
I don't hate South. I've just tipped against them twice. Can't believe they won both, which I'll explain later.
And then Josh says, no one cares about South or Dunny or the Reptile. We want to hear about the biggest upset in the history of rugby league.
Okay, let's do that. I think he's talking about the Roosters 38 prevailing over the Panthers 32. The Chooks and a 10-game losing streak over the Panthers. One of the greatest Roosters regular season victories, Trent Robinson on the victory. He actually caught up with, on debut, Scott Sattler and Andrew Webster from 10 o'clock Saturday mornings. You must listen to the Saturday League kickoff here on SEN. The boys interviewed Trent Robbo. Here's what he had to say.
You know, when you keep it quite clear and guys get to work as a front rower, as a winger, as a halfback, whatever their role is, and they do it with effort and clarity with the game plan, then you can get your results. So no matter what the possibility is or what people think, the belief in that's high within the club, and it was a good result on the back of that. There's a lot that goes into a footy week, and so we had two guys there that have hardly ever trained with us. As I said, I think Taylor Lasalo is on the tools this morning, concreting again.
Wow.
This morning. So, and then for guys that have debuted last week, the emotion around that, and then they're starting this week, there's a lot that goes into it. So there's two parts to it. Young guys being able to play their best footy in their second or first game, and then older guys being able to lead the way.
Okay, there you go. Some upset, Brian. 38 points. It was a real wacky week for upsets. The Broncos went down to Canberra. Richmond were trailing by 40 in the Kazali, and they found a way out.
Sorry?
Richmond?
Yeah.
Richmond. Yeah, they got beat by the Blues, Brian.
You mean Richmond out?
Yes. West of Penrith, where the Greyhounds are. Exactly right.
Is that Southwest? Is that
38-32.
Yeah, and especially after Paul Alamotti scored in that first 5 minutes, I thought, uh-oh. But the Roosters, we've been saying it, the Roosters have to sort of play a different style to how they have been. And what I loved, thank goodness they were doing that. They were competing for the balls in the box. I hate how teams run all the way down there and don't compete for
wait for the tackle.
Just wait for the tackle.
Yep.
The Chooks, and that's what they have to do. You had to do that against Penrith.
You do.
So they got the result there. Penrith wasn't their greatest effort. I think they missed 48, 49 tackles or whatever it was, which I have
not a great start for Combank home ground.
No, but take nothing away from the Chooks. Everyone was up for that game. Young Blake Steve, he reminds me of Boyd Cordner.
Yeah.
He was whacking in defence. Nafahu White, thought he was very, very good. And our man, Marky Mark.
Yeah, he's
Mark
good.
Nawangani-Tuwase. Had a few little issues in defence, but I think that'll improve. But ball in hand.
Best game.
How good is he?
Best game so far for him. Dylan Edwards out for at least 2 games. That's a concern for Penrith. Yeah. I mean, they're the champion side. And we knew this was going to happen. They're going to go through a rocky road. I didn't think this early. But there will be concerns, but don't write the champs off. Connor Watson picks up a double. James Tedesco, he was terrific. That's why I keep saying they're going to play finals football, folks. I got hammered for suggesting that after they got beat by the Broncos, but they will. They will. They've got too many good players. Still no Butcher boys. They had no Collins in that. You had no Radley. Spencer Leniu comes back this week. Billy Smith not too far away. And they're going to be somewhere in the mix. And Nathan Cleary, thank you. Thank you, Nathan Cleary. I've been waxing lyrically about this. And not only did our man Nathan Cleary do it once, he did it twice.
Yeah, took the 2.
Yes. You're down by 14 with 6 to go. 15 out of 17 teams would try and score the try. Yep. But no, Nathan Cleary crunches the numbers and he says, no, we can get this done. Let's kick the 2 now. Now we've got to score 2 tries in 6 minutes.
Yeah, they almost got it.
Scores next, misses the goal. Now they're down by 8. Penalty. What does he do? Thank you, Nathan. Mathematics to the 4. Now they're down by 6 and they nearly pulled it off, Brian.
He usually scores that.
It'll start happening now. Like, this bugger lugs he's been waxing on for about 10 years about it. No one gives a rat's. Cleary does it once. Everyone will be doing it every week now. Everyone will be doing it every week. Anyway, let's go into the Bunnies, shall we, Dunny? Let's go to the Bunnies. 25-24. How the hell, Dragons, did you lose that game? How the hell did you lose that game? 24-12. 24-12. How did you lose the game? South weren't throwing anything at you.
Nope.
Nothing at you. Jai Gray, take a bow. Take a bow, Jai Gray. Geez, he's a good little player.
He is a goer. He's scoring tries. He's setting up tries. He's saving tries. He's got a headache, Wayne, when Latrell comes back. I know exactly what you're going to say.
Yep.
the breed of the hybrid.
Of course. It's a no-brainer.
I thought that was Kepi's best game I've seen him play in first grade.
Yep.
I don't know if you agree with me, Dunny, but I thought he was in the middle. He was just whacking them. But I get the frustration from Flano when because you're the halfback. Unfortunately, Lockie Ilias, you're up by 12. Goodness knows why they didn't take a field goal earlier, just to be up 13, and the game was put into bed. It reminded me of the Broncos, not to that extent, but when the Broncos in the grand final against Penrith, when they were just cruising up 18 points, when they just didn't kick long and chase. Yep. And that's what the good halfbacks do. They just say, because you got all this outside noise, and when you're playing and you're up by 12, you want the ball in your hand, right? And so you're a halfback and you've got a back row and they can see something because you're full of energy because you want to get another try. Because it's easy.
Yes.
But you've got to be stoic and say, nah, I'm kicking long and we're chasing.
That's it.
Because
it's a big lead, 12.
12 with how long to go,
And
Brooks?
South weren't firing a shot.
15 minutes? Was
they
it 15
were
minutes?
not. Jai Gray was the only threat you had. I'll tell you this, right? The first 2 weeks, and admittedly, Dolphins and the Dragons are not premiership tilt teams. No. But Wayne Bennett, as he does, he gets them ready, completes, keeps a very simple game plan.
Yeah.
They completed 85% one week, 81% the next week. So they're just going, okay, boys, just go out there and do your thing. Instead of us winning the game, let's let the other team lose the game. So on the stats sheet, the composite of the 2 rounds, tries scored. They've won 2 from 2, and they've scored fewer tries than their opponents, right? Kick return meters, tackle busts, line breaks, missed tackles, every metric just about, South are on the underside of it.
Yeah.
And they're 2 from 2.
What was quite, and it probably pretty much summed it up, when Cody Walker was the last tackle, he was going to kick it. It slipped through his hands. And Jamie Humphries, the ball bounces once, the ball bounces twice. He picks it up, and not one bit of pressure from the Dragons.
No.
I know you're out on your feet and it's hot, but you've got to be better than that.
Shane Flanagan, I think you Dragons are in for a long couple of days. Here we go.
In the NRL, it's just sometimes it's mind over matter. You just got to get there. You got to get it done. Yeah, everyone's fatigued, everyone's tired, but it's the people that can go and do it once you're into the fatigue. They're the classy NRL players, and we just didn't have any of them today. We just didn't compete hard enough for long enough.
Bye. Good thing, bad thing, you'd rather be getting them.
Well, you wouldn't want to be one of my players, Lara, for the next 10 or 12 days, that's for sure. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty.
Oh, yuck.
Have they got the Marcus?
They've got the Marcus
by.
Oh,
yuck.
Yuck.
Yuck. There's nothing. Oh, I feel for you, boys.
Oh, yuck.
I can see Sandhills.
Oh,
it's like romper room. It's like romper room. I can see Sandhills. I can see Malcolm's.
Yeah.
I can see the Broncos. And I look and see, I can see Stairs and holding each other. And I can see a fireman carry.
Oh, lactic acid. Hello over there. Oh, yuck.
Your bull-eye pass. Your bull-eye pass is going to be bleeding.
Oh, I can see Hills out near the Meccano set. Yuck. In Lion King, they'd say, ooh, Mufasa. Say it again. Just before we get off the Dragons game, you spoke about, we heard the audio, you wouldn't want to be one of my players, Larry says, Shane Flanagan, for the next 2 weeks. They have the bye. The sliding doors of that last 20 minutes where they're leading by 12, they botch it. We know what's going to happen now they lost. It'll be just run central, flog city. Had they won, what does that week look like?
The week looks like this. He comes in the dressing room and says, boys, what a great effort. I'm giving you tomorrow off. Go down to the Harp and have a schnitzel down there in Wollongong and go to town. I'll see you Monday. And guess what, boys? We're going to train pretty hard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But ring the wife or the girlfriend. I'm giving the weekend off. You can go away. Go to the Blue Mountains. Go up to that Japanese bathhouse.
It's a long season. Go and refreshen up.
Go and put a robe on or no robe. Get into the sauna. But guess what? Now you're doing a road run.
Oh, yeah. You're running to the Blue Mountains now.
You are running to the
and back.
So, boys, next time you think about that, and if you've got to buy the following week, any NRL players listening to us, get it done because it's the good is going to outweigh that badness.
Yes, absolutely.
You're going to get it off.
Raiders 32 defeat the Broncos 22. The captain's call. Denon Kemp had big red on Corey Horsburgh.
Yeah.
And he was asking about how do you beat this hot Broncos side, and he said, you got to go after him. You got to go after him, said Corey. Well, they did. They went after him 32-22. Great atmosphere at Joel Stadium. Well done. No Tarpany. No Savman.
Didn't matter.
Big win.
Huge win, and you can. The difference was the fitness.
Yep.
When they're coming out of trouble, the big boys had the little blokes playing outside them. You can watch it. When you see the fit teams, everyone's pushing up. It makes it very hard to slow the ruck down when Corey Horsburgh's got a little back row, a little half with him, pushing up into a hole. And they did that the whole game. I know the Broncos have, they sort of got within 10, but it was only going to be one winner.
No.
Papali'i was great. And what about the young kid, Matty Nicholson?
Oh, the Englishman.
Just went in and away. See you, Benny Hunt.
Double on debut. Tommy Starling's going good, Brian.
Tommy Starling's going. Now, we were just discussing this. The Brayley.
Yes.
That's why it's strange. I feel that.
Not Ethan Strange.
No. I feel that he won't be there next year. But
well, he can't be there if they're in for Owen Paddy.
But how do you drop him?
Well, if you've got Brayley and you've got Nick-Nack, you're not going to keep Starling.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
But at the moment, Starling is going better than Brayley. You can't have three hookers.
No, you can't. You know who can have three?
Unless you're Charlie.
I tell you who can have three. When you
Unless
go
you're
to sleep
Charlie
early.
Yeah, Area 51, you can have three of them. You can have a whole busload of them.
That's right.
You can have Cameron Smith. You can have Robert Mears.
I tell you who can have three, Brian, any old time he likes.
Oh, yes.
$91. Sean the Trader's coming up. He might just be the favourite for the top try scorer, folks. That was brilliant stuff to wake up to. I couldn't believe he scored three, but he's going to be very hard to beat. We know that the top try scorers are often won by non-origin players, tick, won by left wingers, tick, won by players in a good side, try-scoring machines, tick, tick, tick.
What about a player with highlights?
In his hair, tick.
Tears in his, and that grouse mouth guard he wears.
Oh, tick.
Love his mouth guard.
Tick, tick, tick. Bulldogs 40 defeat the Titans 24. Belmore Sports Ground was absolutely humming. Absolutely humming.
Why? It's their only game there.
Yeah, I know.
Can someone explain why?
Perfect game to do it.
Understand, but can we have North Queensland?
Yeah, of course. Any of those type of games, yes.
Why do we have to? It just looks so good. The sound coming out of the TV looked enormous. Obviously, great win, but the injuries couldn't have happened to two. If you said to Cameron Serrell, right, you're going to lose two players
on the left side.
On the left side, which ones don't you want? He would say these two.
These two. Credit to the Gold Coast Titans, 22-0. I thought the Dogs would lap them. They were looking that way, and then Burton came off. They've got some work to do. They will host the Newcastle Knights this week, 40-24. Fafita didn't get on the field, David that is, until the second half.
Strange.
And Tino, one of the best for the Titans. Great return from him. All right, let's get into these, Brian. Sharkies 36 defeat the Cowboys 12. For Todd Payton, he would have had just lost that game. Then watched his next opponent, which was the Broncos, take on the Raiders. And to get a bit of acupuncture into the eyeballs, Broncos lose, which is probably the last thing he wants to see, the Broncos coming off a loss, having to go down to Brisbane next week. But they've got some big troubles, the Cowboys.
Yeah. I was thinking the bounce-back factor may occur, but no, they were just completely outclassed. I know he dropped Jeremiah Nanai, hoping to get a reaction from his forwards, but
Taumalolo got dropped.
They were out. Well, he's come back from injury.
Yeah.
Maybe he just needed the run. Our man Duffy, not great. It's pretty hard when you're going backwards in the middle, but the Sharks look good, and they didn't even play that great.
No.
And they still won by 20 points, so 24 points. I don't know where they go here for the Cowboys. I don't know what they do. I know Clifford is in the reserves. Surely he comes back in.
For the Duffy Duck?
Yeah, for the Duffy,
bugger.
Unfortunately.
Now, great win. Great coaching from Coach Fitzgibbon, because this team, they kept it very quiet, the Sharks. They had 5 players that week have influenza A. They had another 5 who had COVID, and they got through all of that, had to go on a plane. They were the only Vegas team who had to travel.
Yeah.
First up from coming back to Australia. And a big win, 36 points to 12. They'll host the Bunnies this week. So that is very, very interesting. But as I said, the Cowboys taking on the Broncos in the Queensland Derby at Suncorp on Friday night. Tricky assignment. Broncos radio will have that covered. Warriors 36 defeat the Eagles 16. Listening in the pre-game, so if I say to you, don't think about, everyone who's driving home right now, don't think about a yellow bucket whenever you got to think about it, right? That just naturally comes into your head. Daly Cherry Evans was interviewed before the game, and he kept saying complacency. Our biggest threat is complacency. Well, that's what they had. Particularly when you're coming out of the gates, you score first, cheap try early. The big turning point was they had a chance to score a second one through Clayton Falalo. So that would have taken it to 10 or 12 nil. That got taken off them. And then
That was a forward pass one?
Yes.
Yep.
Then straight off the other end, Warriors go up and score.
To a Mickey.
Yeah,
that was
what
too
a great
easy.
try.
Too easy.
It was.
Coming through the middle. But this is what the issue has been for the Sea Eagles over years. Consistency.
Yep.
They get to a lead. Canberra did it. They got Canberra this week.
Yes.
Remember they were up 24-0.
Oh, and then Elliot Whitehead went berserk.
And they got rolled. So, but it was good to see the halves for the Warriors play like this and Andrew Webster, you got to give him a rap because he didn't make any changes, so he was confident in that squad. And now the form line looks pretty good because the Raiders obviously smashed Brisbane. So it was good to see that their forwards, James Fisher-Harris, that's his best game in a Warriors jumper, all two.
Yep.
And allowed the halves to get on the front foot. I was saying this the other day or last night. I don't care if you're Andrew Johns or Jonathan Thurston. If you're getting beat in the middle, your halves just don't have the opportunity to play against the defence when they're coming forward.
I love what they did when you were referencing the halves. Metcalf and Chanel Harris-Tavita, they're playing both sides.
Yeah.
This left and right crap, I cannot cop it. They were jumping on both sides. Here's a little example here. We're seeing on Fox League where Metcalf goes down the short side. Had a great game. Concerns for Manly, Tommy Trbojevic hamstring tightness.
Send him to
America.
Send him to Philadelphia. Get your money back. You know Tino's gone over there.
Yeah.
Why would you send him? Everyone who goes over there comes back and gets injured.
Oh, they've got us conned over there.
When are we doing ours? We're doing our own.
We're going to do our own one and the draw. You get the draw for free.
Right,
That's
me,
part
you, and
of
Jimmy Graham. We're going to get our own hamstring factory going.
That's right. And we're happy to do draws for the NRL for free as well. Daily Chair Evans back spasm. So interesting to see Team List Tuesday tomorrow to see how that all plays out. It is the NRL review from round 2, all thanks to Hyundai, the Hyundai Keys to Summer event. It is on now.
You're still here? We'll see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio. Because if you don't, you're an A grade. But if you do, you're the absolute Mickey.